What is going on, guys? Welcome back into another video. In today's video, today is May 4th, and you know what that means? Happy Star Wars Day. But let's say you actually don't know what May 4th is, which if you don't, yeah, I don't know why you even clicked on the video. But May 4th is a day where I guess Star Wars fans celebrate the franchise. I mean, like, even in Fortnite right now, they have an entire, like, Star Wars season. And I'm sure a bunch of other stuff is happening for Star Wars today, so I said might as well make a video on the history of Star Wars and Sonic. And before we actually get into the complete history of Star Wars and Sonic, I just want to let you guys know that it's actually very interesting. There's a lot of references, some rip-offs, and some interesting fun facts. So if you guys are not already, make sure to pull out your lightsaber, your green milk, and let's get right on into it. And now, first things first, I want to start off with the references. Now, there's a lot of references over the time with Star Wars and Sonic, but I want to talk about the main ones. And really, all of them come from the Archie comics, at least that I could find. So starting off with the very first reference I found, it is actually Sonic the Hedgehog Archie comic issue 90, where we can actually see Fang inside of the Millennial Falcon, and that is, very interesting. Now, I'm pretty sure in this issue, they actually stole it, Fang, and I don't know, I guess Fang's girlfriend. I have no idea who that is. Sorry, I don't read the Archie comics. But honestly, a very interesting pamphlet, and this is probably the first one that caught my eye because I just recognized the ship. But anyways, moving on to Sonic the Hedgehog issue 52, where we can actually see R2-D2 about to attack Sonic. Honestly, did not expect this one out of any of them. And to me, it looks like there's a couple other robots. I don't know where they're from. They might be original, but I think this reference is honestly pretty cool. Well, anyways, guys, now we're going on to the Knuckles Archie comics, because yes, there are a couple of them, and there are a lot of Star Wars references. Like in issue 7, where we can clearly see this building that looks like R2-D2, and even in a different comic where we can see a Boba Fett, I guess, statue, or I didn't even expect this Archie character, Win, which, yes, that's a very, interesting name, but he is literally wearing Darth Vader's outfit. Like, look at his chest plate, his belt, even his little crotch thing. I'm not gonna lie, you should have watched that before you put that on. And even in Knuckles issue 4, we can clearly see an X-Wing in the sky up over there, and we also can clearly see another Knuckles in a land speeder and with R2-D2. And for the last comic reference, this Sonic comic, issue 114, is clearly a nod to Star Wars episode 2. I mean, like, just look at it side to side, it's kind of obvious. We have Sally leading up against Sonic, like Padme leading up against Anakin. So anyways, guys, those are all of the main references I could find from the Sonic franchise to Star Wars. Obviously, Star Wars hasn't made any references to Sonic. Why would they? But honestly, it's pretty interesting to see all of these weird Star Wars cameos inside of the Archie comics. And there's a bunch more that I missed, so make sure to go ahead and look it up on the internet. But anyways, guys, now I want to move on to something a little bit more interesting. I want to move on to overlaps. Subtle, I guess, rip-offs. Subtle little references. Because these key little rip-offs and references all the way started back in 1992, when Sega apparently was just copying everyone. They were copying Super Saiyan and Star Wars, because the Death Egg, more like the Death Star, if you know what I mean. Not even to mention in Sonic Adventure 2, when Eggman, you know, peed on the moon. It was an awfully lot like how the Death Star's cannon lit up and shot. Coincidence? I think not. I think Sega, you know, might be taking some notes while watching these movies. And for another two subtle little references that are not, I guess, copying off of each other, but Darth Vader's death at the end of the 6th movie sort of reminds me of how Shadow sacrificed himself, I guess. I found this one on a Reddit post, but people are saying Kylo Ren is a lot like Infinite, or the opposite way around, which is very interesting. I did not watch the sequels, so, you know, don't look at me. But anyways, guys, that is it for me. That is, at least in my opinion, the complete Sonic X Star Wars history. Hopefully you guys actually enjoyed the video. I mean, like, I had a blast making it. And alright, guys, here are all of these shoutouts from last video. You guys have earned it. And if you guys can tell me your favorite Sonic Star Wars reference in the comment section below, I will be giving 3 of you guys a shout out in the next video. And also, guys, whichever comment gets the most likes on this video, they will also be getting a guaranteed shout out. And without further ado, if you're not already, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and may the forces be with you.